Hello and welcome to the A&P. I am Alex Johansson and my co-host Patrick McCallum. Patrick,
Hello, everyone. How are you getting on?
we're having logical discussions about the state of the world. Let's get into it, brother. Heyo, Patrick. How you doing, bud?
Not too bad at all, buddy. How are you getting on?
Well, I was tooling around TikTok and I found you something interesting from Ms. Maya Aouni, better known as Maya Nays on TikTok. And we will put the link
TikTok,
to her TikTok.
Oh, yeah, we're setting up a TikTok account. Oh, all right. And here we're just looking through it, and
I found something that you would enjoy. So I was
you weren't
watching...
looking at dance videos by any chance, were you?
No,
you weren't
no dance videos. I did find some music on here about, what was that about? Do you remember what that was about? I think I sent you a little clip of something about propaganda. Was it a propaganda thing?
Oh, yeah. I just, you sent it to me, I just deleted it. It's going to go, what is wrong? So, you're having a good time on TikTok.
Yeah, probably because it was propaganda. I was sending you propaganda about propaganda, right?
I think it's actually, we're going to have a look at that. Actually, I think it's on the same channel. We're going to have a look at that in a moment.
Oh.
Just to cheer us up after this.
Oh my God. You got me messed up with the neighbor kid. You think that's going to happen? All right. So let's see what Ms. Aouni has to say.
Good morning. Please excuse my voice because I'm very sick, but I have a story about Palestinian erasure that I think is very important right now, and please watch to the end to find out what we can do to stop this from happening. I want to preface this video by saying DNA tests are illegal in Israel.
All right, so that's not true. Selling information in relation to a DNA test is illegal in Israel, not the performance of the test. There are American companies like 23andMe who currently are having issues with that, and in front of Senate committees that are saying, you're doing the bad thing, you're selling the information, and they're saying, no, we're not. And they're like, here's proof you're selling the information. Here was you on Bloomberg saying you're going to sell the information.
You're selling the information. I remember them actually doing that.
All right.
I remember quite rightly them doing that.
Right, and then the Senate Judiciary Committee, I believe, was like, okay, now not only are you doing the thing, but now you're lying about doing the thing, so now you have two things to justify. Fix yourself, right? So Israel says nothing about the legality of taking a DNA test, just that you are not allowed to release information about Israeli citizens. Right.
By the way, that's actually in a lot of countries around the world. DNA companies are not allowed to sell your information or broker information to third-party companies. They make it illegal to use us. But that's quite common in a lot of countries.
Yeah, okay. It makes sense. Okay, so that's error number 1 from Miss Aouni.
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's going to go downhill from here, isn't it?
Hold on. Let me pull up my post-it note. Hold on, I got my post-it note. We're going to go errors. Hold on. Errors, big E for error, underline 1.
No.
1. That's 1.
We're going to turn this into a drinking game, aren't we?
No. I stopped drinking a long time ago. I don't want to die from it. I have Irish ancestry. I'm real good at whiskey. Here we go.
Over a year ago, I ordered a 23andMe DNA test. Not because I was unsure about my genetic, my ancestry, but more so because I wanted to see, my relatives, if I had health, anything. I wanted all the tests. So I ordered, the deluxe package. I sent them my spit, and then I got my results back. And I was extremely shocked when I opened my results. So I knew I was going to be 100% Arab.
Is Arab a country of origin?
No, it's actually, DNA-wise, it would be classified. Every DNA company classifies regions differently. It's probably the best. It's probably the easiest way to put it.
Regionally, she would be Arabic then?
Yeah. And she's half Lebanese and half Arab. Okay.
Well, half Jordanian, half Lebanese. But she's 100% Levantine, which I think is Arab. Oh, no, the very top says Arabic. So, but then she's also 100% Levantine, which is a region, and then Lebanon and Jordan.
Oh, yeah, because I've shown her the entire region she's from, which includes Jordania, Israel, Palestine, the whole lot.
Syria,
So a lot of DNA companies, what they do is they block countries together. Just call it one big region, if you know what I mean.
A chunk. Okay.
You're from this general big chunk of an area.
Right.
You're from Northern Europe or Southern Europe.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
Western Asia.
That covers a lot of different countries. A lot of DNA tests do that.
Yeah, it does. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
But then when I opened it, it said that I was 100% Lebanese and Jordanian.
Oh, and it looks like her name is Maya Abdallah. Then I don't know what the Ayuni thing is.
I don't.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Let's see what else this young lady has to. Oh, it's going to be one of those, isn't it? I guarantee. I can. I have a feeling in my bones. I know where she's going with this.
Here we go.
And I know for a fact that I have no Jordanian ancestry. I mean, obviously, I'm very confused why they're not testing.
All right. So the test says.
Oh, now she's bringing up the regional map. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the test says she's 50% Jordanian. So she just said she's not Jordanian. So that's error number 2. That's 2.
Okay.
I've just marked it down on the sheet there. When we're done, we'll figure out how many drinks I wasn't going to take. Okay. And she's very confused why they're not testing this, but they are. They told her.
The entire region.
Yeah.
You're Jordanian, from this region.
Well, Jordanian and Lebanese. It's not like they're saying that you're from Ontario and Spain. Yeah. Right? It's not like it's across an ocean like that. That looks pretty reasonable that two folks might have met in that area and made a child. Like that doesn't seem out of hand.
Yeah, probably our past ancestors moved across different borders. It could be a whole thing, you know.
Well, yeah, that'd be like somebody from County Mayo and someone from County Cork having a child, right?
That won't happen.
But that's how close that is. Oh, it would happen. It's happened.
That won't happen.
There's sturdy Mayo girls out there them Cork boys like. Don't pretend. You might just want to say they're from Donegal, but you know they're from Mayo.
This huge area in this region where they're testing all these countries except for this. And then I started finding these articles of people who took the 23andMe DNA test as Palestinians and did not get Palestine.
All right, so the Palestine...
I'm going to cut across you there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Her last article there says Muhammad is Palestinian. It's the top of one of the articles.
Right.
Now, if they go through history, he came from the borders we know of, Turkey, down towards that area, around that area.
Right there. So, okay.
That article she's referencing already is probably a bit dubious, a bit wrong.
Right, dubious at best, right?
Yes. Muhammad actually came from a different region where he rose as a prophet and so on. But anyway, as I say, let's not let facts spoil a good story.
Right, but the Palestinian Mandate was a function of the British government until 1948, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jews, Druze, Arabs, everyone in the region that was formerly under the Ottoman Empire that collapsed in World War I was in that mandate. Right.
Yeah.
So literally all of their passports across religious groups, were from the British Palestinian mandate. So a Palestinian mandate is not a country, right? They've had no kings, they've had no rulers, they had no coinage, they've had no money, right?
It was just a good way for the British government to organize a region under control.
Right. And then
that's pretty much administration basically a minister in Westminster just came up with
the Prime Minister of Israel, as early as the late 40s, early 50s, said, my passport said Palestinian, but now we are Israel, right? We're not part of the mandate anymore, and Jordan is their own country, and Syria is their own country, and Lebanon,
and so on and so forth.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to Ms. Abdullah.
People sharing their test, knowing that they're Palestinian, but getting either Egyptian, Jordanian, or Syrian. And some even got Iranian. And then I found this petition from 2020 to recognize Palestine in their DNA tests. I need you guys to understand how crazy it is that the number one...
So that area is massive. So in getting Lebanon, but in getting Lebanon and Syria and all that, or Israel or whatever, or Egypt, it is bringing it down even further. A responsive Palestinian mandate gives you no actual information because there's so many different groups in the region.
Yeah, and everyone has moved around over the centuries, if you know what I mean.
Right. It'd be the same thing as saying it was just Arabic or just Levantine. Like you want to get down to the Syria, to the Lebanon, because Palestinian doesn't give you information. It doesn't give you appropriate genetic information you're looking for in a DNA test, right?
And by the way, she said it's the number one DNA test industry ancestry company on the internet, not the world, the internet. The internet told. Oh God Almighty, this girl. It's going to be one of those
DNA
videos, isn't it?
testing
Error number
ancestry
3.
company on the internet doesn't recognize an entire country.
Again, Palestine is not a country. It was a former mandate of the British Empire.
I'm going to turn around and burst her bubble and other people on the internet.
Go ahead.
Some DNA companies, I won't mention who, when you do DNA tests, say,
What?
Well, not 23andMe. Actually, are they not the one I'm thinking of?
Oh, okay.
But there's a couple of them that, say if I do a swab,
okay,
and I send it off to these particular companies, they'll come back and say, I come from the British Isles. So they cover Isle of Man, Ireland, and the UK as the British Isles. They say, I'm from that region.
Okay.
Okay? They don't say I'm Irish, I'm from the British Isles. Don't see me throwing all my ties over the pram. Don't see me getting all upset over it. And by the way, we've had 500 years of oppression to be not classified as British, but, you know, we just roll with it. We're not going to sign a petition, but, you know.
You're not going to get unhappy with it? So you're telling me you're not Welsh, you're not Scottish, you're not English, you are in fact Irish.
Irish, yes. I just
Irish. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
But it's something that companies just classify that all of us as the British Isles, and that's it.
My DNA is wildly around the curve. I'm like 8% of this and 4% of that and 1.5.
I hate to burst your bubble, but most you Americans are. You're little bits of everything.
Yeah, that's why I'm such a weirdo, I guess. I'm too much of this and not enough of that or something.
Oh no, she's going to be one of those girls, isn't she?
In the DNA tests that they give out. It doesn't make sense. And as we know, DNA tests are illegal in Israel. So
that's 5. You keep saying wrong things. we got Miss Abdullah up to 5. Okay.
Oh my.
Factually incorrect. Errors in fact. Here we go.
I truly believe that the reason that they won't test Palestine is because they know ancestrally these people are not from this land.
What does that even mean? Ancestrally, these people are not from this land.
Not from this land.
Which people?
What?
Which people?
What's she on about? Who?
Well, I don't. But no, because that's super vague. So they're not answering it because some vague, strange. Like I don't understand what that.
Just war. It's just lots of.
It's word salad. Yeah, that's what you're trying to say. I get it.
It's not. I'm trying to find a polite way of saying it.
All right, let's try that again.
Illegal in Israel. So I truly believe that the reason that they won't test Palestine is because they.
All right, Palestine is because they know ancestrally these people are
not from this land.
The Palestinian people, but
not from this land.
But the Palestinian people are from a group that's a British mandate. And Palestine was actually a derogatory term from the Roman Empire for the people in that region.
That entire region, all those tribes around this region, no matter what country they are now, have been there for thousands of years. Just anyway.
Right. But Palestine was a pejorative term from the Roman Empire for the people from the region. Like it's not a nice thing to call someone a Palestinian. Like that's not a friendly thing. That is definitely
not during the Roman Empire times.
Yeah, since the Roman Empire times, not cool.
But there are people from. Oh, play. Let's press play. See what she says. Oh my God.
No, ancestrally, these people are not from this land, and instead of standing with the truth, 23andMe decided to just take out the entire country.
That's 6. That is not a country. That is a mandate from the British Empire. Got it. That's 6, Miss Abdullah. Here we go.
This is a great example of disgusting erasure of the truth that Palestinian people belong to this land and have a right to return to the land that they are ancestrally from. So please join me in A, boycotting 23andMe until they decide to recognize Palestine.
By the way,
and B,
that's pause there. She doesn't have to boycott 23andMe. The company's share price is, dropping like a stone, so they're kind of on the way out in a way.
Right, but somebody will buy them. But the thing is, when they buy them, they're going to buy all the information. And 23andMe might not be the worst actor, but a much more bad actor than 23andMe could end up in charge of all that data.
That's why I always say to people, if you're going for a DNA test, whatever company you choose to use, you research them properly and look at the terms and conditions.
Right. Just like we should have looked at the terms and conditions of TikTok before we got a TikTok account, right? Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's not, hey, you wanted to watch the little dance videos, not me.
Apparently, I wanted to watch good old mayonnaise. All right, Miss Abdullah,
Oh my god.
close this thing out for me.
Leaving a 1-star review on the App Store urging them to recognize Palestine and show the truth that Palestinians hail from that region.
You're not allowed. Well,
Thank you.
technically, you're acting bad faith when you're doing reviews. Just say.
Yeah, that is a bad faith actor move. But the thing I don't understand is, say that again because it didn't sound right. Urging them to recognize
Palestine and show the truth that Palestinians hail from that region.
That's correct. All people who say they are Palestinian hail from that region because it was a huge British man. Like, what is she trying to say?
I don't know.
It's super unclear. Oh my God. All right. So Ms. Abdullah is at 6 errors in fact in 3 minutes and 21 seconds. Good job, mayonnaise. We're proud of you. Anyway, we're the A&P Gents. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, ring the dinghy, do all the things. Patrick, we are out, brother.
Out here.